greed, most is hunger.
I know.
See, I don't think, for instance,
we all exist in the system when we say when we talk about this. We're all in that system.
Yes.
And the people I see who operate within that system, I mean, what are the systems we're talking about? The judiciary, the legislative, the executive. And we're breaking it down all the way down to even the civil service and all the way down. As long as you find a way that you're in within that system and you're part of the machinery that allows it a smooth running, I don't see you as hungry.
No, Annie, let me explain so that you understand where I'm going to. See, do you know that members of the judiciary don't have much except when cases start flooding in?
Emmanuel, are they hungry? Is the problem?
No.
Is it that they go home and they
coming.
can't eat?
No, I'm coming.
Okay.
They are not hungry at all.
Good.
The staff of the high echelon of the judiciary, they are not hungry at all.
And low, they're not hungry.
But I tell you that those in the majority that will vote or that will simply do what they will call voting to bring in whoever, most of them are hungry. And they are the people that are... most of the people in the higher echelon of judiciary don't even go out to vote.
That's the point.
Only when these the low-level people.
The voter apathy affects a lot of people who are not hungry. A lot of people who ought to understand why the systems must function better than it is now and ensure that they have the right
knowledge
leadership.
they have it.
They have it.
Yes.
But they are not part of the voting population.
That's what I'm telling you, that those who are part of the voting population, those,
the majority of the voting population,
they are hungry. And the politicians, having known exactly, like we're talking about our own variant democracy, have known the weak points. Okay, if you come with millions on that particular day, despite all that have been announced, that if you do this, you'll be apprehended and all that, they will still come with that money. And even as low as 5,000, they give any individual, he's ready to vote against his conscience. Not the judiciary who are waiting. And do you know when they will come in? To showcase their own greed and hunger when the cases start coming. A judge that is highly revered will take something from somebody who truly has gone maybe down. As soon as he collects, does he not show hunger and the greed? I think it's individuals.
I'm more solid on the issue of greed. I think there is a need for character reformation. There's need, yes, but that's not fueled by hunger for me. I think it's fueled by greed, because you could have somebody who knows that at this moment I'm a car mechanic. I fix, that's my job.
Yes.
And from what I make every day, I can afford to eat twice a day. You know, not much. I can afford to send...
You are self-sufficient.
Yes, I can afford to send my child to some school. Sometimes I delay in paying school fees. I have to beg sometimes and tell them, please give me 2 more weeks. Let me go. Maybe I go to my colleagues in my workshop and I beg them, give me something. You know, you go through those challenges every now and then. I think that at that time, I wouldn't consider you a hungry man. If I'm evaluating, I wouldn't consider you a hungry person. I would say, yes, you're going through hard times. But you see, you find people within that sort of rank and file who, like you said, they'll present them with 5,000 naira and say, oh, vote this particular person. And they're not interested in how much change that person can bring for them. All they're interested in is, well, there's 5,000, we're going over here, we're going to laugh, we're going to joke, and then we're going to vote this person, and it's all, the process goes. So there is lack of understanding of what the process is and your character. Why will 5,000 at that point make you choose somebody who you perhaps don't know? Why will 5,000 make you take a candidate who you do not even trust his ideas and ideology, who has not been able to convince you that he's there for the best of your interest? Why will 5,000 ever be able to do that, if not because you have a problem with your character, you have a problem with the information available to you, and then you have a problem with greed?
Annie, hunger here...
Hunger doesn't play
Hunger
here.
is an umbrella word, I tell you, because see, even the greed is housed by hunger.
Mando, it's not housed by hunger. I don't know the kind of hunger you're talking about.
See, you know one thing, when you are talking about...
I don't know the kind of hunger you're talking about, except if you're saying, you know what, I want a promotion, so I'm hungry for a promotion. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, no, it's not that type.
Kind of hunger.
It's not that type.
Is it the kind of hunger we're talking about, starvation in your stomach?
Of course.
No, there's greed is not inside that
one. Of course, see, when you are talking about, like I said, the judiciary, which is very critical to any practice of democracy anywhere in the world, they won't even look your way. And they are not needed. at that level that voting will take place, but can only showcase their own greed and hunger when the cases flood to their courts. But I tell you that these people, the majority that vote, they will come out. They have become disillusioned in the first place that there's no time any of them is going to be part of this ruling elite. And as a result, whoever is going and he has done something for them, as far as Nigeria is concerned, they will let him go. And they collect, they give. Simple. That's what happens in Nigeria. And that's what I'm saying in America. Such does not exist. Because these people are in fact, they prefer to be hungry. To be frank, they prefer to be hungry than vote anybody who will not do the right thing. That preference to hunger is what leads them. But in Nigeria, people prefer to vote somebody who will go the wrong way, but so long as whatever, irrespective of how short it stays in their pocket, comes in. Because at that material time, they can now beat their chest and say, yes, we can eat today. You see, it's a system, both in Nigeria and both in United States. And when we compare these things, the American own is better. Obviously, but in Nigeria,
because if you compare
it will take years.
If you compare what happened with U.S. and Nigeria, and say a sitting president who has been voted out had its let's call it its supporters run to the National Assembly and overrun it the way we saw that happen in the Capitol. And perhaps the president too was asking his vice to go and say, look, the elections were not, if we had that sort of operation here, it's almost certain that the sitting president will have his way.
Simple. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. But America, especially that vice president, you see, he has made America proud anywhere in the world. Anybody that is saying, so this kind of thing could happen in America, I don't know whether the person is from the outer space of what. This is the world. America is in the world, but there may be certain people who will come and then do something antithetical to what is on ground. And that's exactly what happened. But the fact remains that the vice president and all American institutions and people said, no, we are not running with this your own style, Trump.
I think
so. We are staying with what has been normal.
Exactly. That's why when they say this is a demystification of the American democracy, I said no. It actually heightened. It showed how solid it is. Part of the resenting voices is what a democracy is about. That's why you say it's the voice of the majority. So you have to have dissenting voices for you to know that a democratic system is in place. You can't have all be, shall I say, yes-sayers. You can't have everybody saying yes all the time. You have to have people who will say no. You have to have people who will not agree with you. And that you are able to understand that you do not agree with me gives you that, you have that right not to agree with me. But then do we have more people who is in line with a particular policy that I'm implementing? Then that's the way to go. I think for me, this just showcased that this is America and how democracy is in place, regardless the fact that you had people who stormed the Capitol, got some people died in the process. The vice president said to the president clearly, I can't be part of this conspiracy to go ahead and say what I'm not supposed to say. He says it's not part of his job to do that. And he says, look, I will do my job to the best as the Constitution has allowed me to. I think we should stop looking at the fact that people raided the Capitol and say that's the demystification of America's democracy, but to look at the fact that regardless all that went on, her democracy stood for her. It showed for her because her democracy is what has allowed the system to be optimized to the point where regardless what hits them, they survive. We don't have that sort of democracy entrenched here.
We don't.
Because it is the leaders who are able to pull the strings, and that's not democratic.
No, we don't. We don't have it. We've not even started along that line. And whoever is on the saddle wins everything.
All right then. 41 minutes has got past 8. Let's use the remaining minutes to listen to what you have to say concerning this. Please call into the show. Let's find out, do you agree that this is the demystification of the American democracy, what happened at the Capitol recently? And the storming of the Capitol has shown that, democracy is not it anywhere. If the U.S. that has been championing democracy can allow this to happen to it, then it has been demystified. Do you agree? And what's your position on leadership when it comes to the entrenchment of democracy? We'd like to get your thoughts on that. 0817 000951 or 0810-951-0951. These are the numbers that you need to dial to get through to us here in the studio. Let's get your thoughts. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to disagree with you, man.
Your name, please, first.
My name is Pedro. I'm calling for Nibo.
Pedro, good to have you. Go ahead.
See,
Yeah.
when the man said that what happened in America, it cannot happen in Nigeria, I disagree with him.
Okay.
Because we still remember our Obasanjo. Obasanjo was controlling the Senate. The vice president is working with Obasanjo. When one Obasanjo went to tenor, the system forced him to stand still, did not succeed. Even the vice president disagreed with him. The Senate president disagreed with him. The senator disagreed with him, and Obasanjo failed. So if Pana is saying that what's happening in America cannot happen in Nigeria, it's happening before in Nigeria here. One Obasanjo wanted to the system forced him to stand still. He did not succeed. So that is the same thing that happened in America. So if you might saying that it don't happen in Nigeria, I disagree with him because it happened before in Nigeria here.
All right. Okay. Yeah, Emmanuel, go ahead. Yeah. All right. So
my brother, let me tell you that you see, it's not in our system. Third tenure is not in our system at all. It's not recognized.
No.
It was just an aberration. That's why, as Chief Obasanjo wanted to introduce that, as people were saying, now people said you don't have even a backing in our constitution for that. You see why it failed? In America, I don't think behaviors of people like the supporters of Trump, all of the behavior, those who support him and those who are against him, they stand with their own tenets. They can go and they say, we want this to happen and all that. But the fact remains that the systems in America are also standing on its own because they have over the years been built. Whether you are president, take for instance, the Chief Obasanjo are talking about the way he ran the Senate and the House of Rep at that time because he was the president and he kept on having all the southeastern states, all of them assume the presidency of the Senate. You can see that just because compliance was because he's the overall. So let me tell you, if Nigeria could also behave like America, I'll be the happiest person.
All right. Hello to the 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Annie.
Good morning. What's your name?
This is Mark Anyam. I'm calling you from Ozoba.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, I want to disagree with my brother Emmanuel Ndukwe today.
Go ahead.
When the thing happened in Nigeria here, you saw what the senators did, more especially the Senate President then, Kenim Namani. What he did when Obasanjo wanted third term. So many people were against him and Obasanjo failed. And another argument now you said, and he said is greed. Most of these people that are working in high places are earning so much money. If you talk we that are hard-roaded, we petty men that work under their hood leg that are hungry, I will agree with you. But those people, even a judge or a senator that is earning much, that kind of much money they are taking, you say it's hungry. It's not hungry, it's greed. Because it takes greed for people, assuming that vice president was greedy, he would have done what Trump told him to do. But because he was not greedy. But if he's in Nigeria, it is not greedy. You say he's hungry. It's not hungry. It's greed that will make a vice president to go and do the undoable.
All right.
Thank you. I rest my case.
All right. Your case is well rested. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Annie, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
This is Godson from Abaga. Good morning, sir.
Godson, great to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you. You see, this case of Trump and this thing just remind me what our brother did during the time in the presidential election between Goodluck Jonathan and our president now, Muhammadu Buhari. You see, when Goodluck Jonathan accepted defeat on time, people was blaming him. Why did you do so? And at the same system,
Trump wanted to do. Why we are first defeat like that? You see now, before you know that man will be pushed out of that place by force now. And look at the shame now that now cover that man's face now. That's what you see me. Even that time of our brother, good Lord Jonathan, he not do well, but for that defeat alone that he has on time, make me like that man till today. And that one make the whole world respect that man till today. Okay?
All right. Okay. Go your thoughts too. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Do call back if you can. Lost that connection. Don't forget they can also send us text messages. Send them to 07019339962. That number is for text message and WhatsApp numbers only 07019339962. All right, so let me see if I just want to see if I can read an excerpt concerning his this democracy thing. Okay, let me take this call. Hello, Today 95.1 FM.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Okay, man, good morning. Mascot.
Good morning, Mascot.
Mascot, good to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I agree with the Ogema roundly and holistically. Because America can never be like Nigeria as of today. The institutions of America are so strong. You see, even the social media blocked the website, the social media website of Mr. President. Such a thing can't happen in Nigeria. Can't. Since yesterday, he has been reaching the towers through the website of his media aid. He's now crying and becoming reconciliatory because he has now understood that the institutions of America are so stronger than his wish, than his inordinate ambition, than his desperate ambition to remain in power as the President of the United States of America. Remember the call he made to a fellow Republican, the Secretary of State of the state of Georgia. He's a Republican. And the man insisted, held his ground. For example, now it's like when Mr. President calls maybe a state governor of APC, do something for me, do something for me. They will take it as pali. There will be no recording and there will be no resistance. But in this case, the man resisted him because he knows that Mr. President cannot do anything to him based on the Constitution. So for me, America, even this thing that happened in America, has shown the whole world that America still remains the bastion of democracy in the world. No matter the ambition of one single man, it's just Trump. Remember Al Gore and George Bush. When the thing happened, Al Gore, being the vice president, even the Clinton, they all accepted because they want to maintain the integrity of America. But this man is a black African. This is Trump. Honestly, he's a black African. That is why I said that if Trump is maybe president of Sudan, he would have killed all Sudanese. But let's keep it like that.
All right, let's keep it like that. Thanks. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Adamani.
Yes, good morning. What morning? Where are you calling from?
John from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
Yes, when people talk about this American institution, I also ask this question. Does it mean our own institution here in Nigeria is not working in terms of the election procedures? No, it's individuals that decide to manipulate the institution, not as if our institution does not work. You take a cue from what happened during the 2015 election. Jonathan lost, and he saw clearly, it was glaring to him that he lost. And what will he do? He gave up. He made a call and congratulated the new president, which is Buhari. And the same thing in 2019, even though Atiku disagree with the election outcome, he did not make trouble. He went through our own institutions too. 5 suits from tribunal to Supreme. And when it was glaring that he lost, he gave up. So our institutions too are strong. Let us stop looking down on our country, Nigeria. And in fact, I am calling on Americans now to come and learn democracy from Nigeria. That is the truth. We should be patriotic. Our institutions are strong. We are coming up. We are third world country, quite all right. But look at our elections and look at the American elections so far. You discover that even our institutions are even better. APC lost in Zamfara, the ruling party. Even here in Rivers, APC did not have a candidate. We did not kill anybody. We did not say no. It was not that. Because our institutions have spoken and we respected it. So who will now tell me that Nigerian institution is not strong? We are stronger than America. Let them come to Nigeria and learn democracy. Thank you.
Okay, great to hear that from you. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. Call back if you can. This is here, KM Hosful. You said, good morning, the legends, Annie and Ima. Even if the Vice President Pence accepted Trump's demand, he cannot do otherwise. Even if it was Trump, he cannot do otherwise as well. Well, that's the solid belief in their system. Good. And that means their democratic system is in place because every other system will have to lean on leadership.
Of course.
Authoritarian, communist, will lead on the leaders heavily. The Democrat is the one that said allows the people have a say, allows the system to function independent of the leader. Good morning, Annie and Ima. What has happened in the recent U.S. election isn't a show of weakness, but of the strength of U.S. democracy. The system has exalted itself. James, you send that in from Port Harcourt. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Annie, good morning.
Morning. What's your name?
Annie, my name is Cookie Damani.
All right, great to have you. Go ahead.
Annie, what your game has said that if also in America and Nigeria, and remember, if it's in Nigeria, nothing happened. You should have 5, 10 court judgments. If it's in Nigeria, you have had 10 judgment, 10 court judgment, different judgments. I remember let me tell you what happened between Victor Giadom and APC last year. A court in Abuja asked Victor Giadom to run as the national chairman in Abuja. They ran to River State here. Put another judgment, say you should not run, that is not qualified. The same court, the different court of the court decision gave the same judgment. If it is in Nigeria, you have seen 10 state courts giving different judgments in 10 states. But in America, all of them should fail to maintain the sanctity of the judiciary and the sanctity of the democracy. But in Nigeria, it won't happen. Our Nigerian government should learn from what happened in America. That when they call for institution, everybody will stand still for the institution. Look at the State here. Common APC case. Today, how many judgments are waiting for different courts? Just a percent. I laugh, but in America, it won't happen. People know the truth. This is an institution. They want to tamper in the institution. So, Nigerian government, all of us, Nigeria, both press and all courts, should let what happened in America. That everybody stand still for judiciary and stand still for democracy in America to sustain. But Nigeria will say, the judges will go and take money, give different judgment. This one, go Yaba, go to Igoinka, collect judgment for one matter that it does not qualify. Forget the institution. So keep the institution in Nigeria. So let us learn from America. Thank you, Annie. Good morning.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
I'm calling from the chair.
All right, great to have you. Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Let me tell you, what is happening in America now? I think the world is seeing it that. But I also know that the world power was in which country like that before Russia, before coming to America. What God bestowed on one, why should not use it as if I don't know God? I think the world power is so good from America. Let me tell you, I believe Nigerians. What do we do? All emulating what good. You can see it now. Nigerians decide to emulate America. But that will not happen. But for me, what is happening in America now does not tell that America will continue to be the world power. Thank you.
All right, then. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Okay. I think I have this message here. Let me just run to that text message. And this here says, Annie and Ogaima, good morning. Trump has shown that humans are the same everywhere. By the way, I agree with one of the callers that our institutions in Nigeria are also strong. In 2007, Atiku disagreed with Obasanjo, who had a third-term ambition. This is from Zole.
Because it was impinging on his own.
Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Annie.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name?
James from Port Harcourt.
All right, go ahead, James.
Now, for this country, now, our Senate, Vice President, for insecurity, today, our president wants facilitation, and somebody will tell me what happened for America, what happened for you.
Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Annie.
Good morning. What's your name?
I'm again, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you very much. Trying to compare to what happened to Nigeria and Nigerian institutions, the difference is quite clear. The reason is very simple. If you have the mentality to serve the people and to preserve our integrity, you will see that executive will not come and influence the legislators for any reason. Sorry. So if you look at the Trump issue we are talking about now, we are saying our institutions they are very strong. They are this. In what way has even the Senate of today disagree with the president, though they are not the same? They are different institutions for that matter. So what you are saying here is you can't compare American institutions to Nigeria. We are patriotic, but let us call a spade a spade. If what we are seeing today, look at now, they want to bring to the house underage marriage. What are we going to see? Before you know it, past second reading and it is gone because the majority supports it. And that is not ideal. That is not what we need today. So for Trump, I know that they have shown him that one man cannot make a forest. In an institution where people believe that they are independent and stand for the right thing. So kudos to Americans, to their legislative bodies, and also Nigerians should learn and stop talking about being patriotic for what we are not seeing any reality on it at all. Thank you very much.
All right, then we got your thoughts there. On this, I'll take a last text message here. Good morning, Annie and Emmanuel. The U.S. American democracy stood tall in the face of unprecedented assault by the white terrorist. Donald Trump is the poster boy of the American insanity. He will be impeached by the House for the second time by next week, barring him from ever contesting for a public office. This is from Relish. And Melody Uniport says we shouldn't use Trump to judge U.S. The U.S. institutions have proven the true political culture of the state. We still have a lot to learn. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. You're the last caller for the show. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name?
I'm Elda Alaba calling from Eneka.
Elda Alaba, great to have you. Go ahead.
Yes, we cannot compare ourselves with America. To me, I don't like that comparison. Because when you see an institution, Iroko 3, standing somewhere, you'll be comparing Guava 3 with it. Automatically, American institution is an institution which cannot be shaken. It is built on a solid rock. And so whatever they are doing, they know at the back of their mind that there is an institution so strong and stronger than any person in America. And for that, they will have to respect. That was what happened in America. But in Nigeria here, what is happening? A little local government election, you see what is happening in Nigeria, coming to state and the national level. Somebody is talking of Obasanjo DC. Third time was not in the constitution. So you cannot bring that issue. So automatically, let us not compare Nigeria with America. Look for one African country, which is Mali, or Cote d'Ivoire to compare Nigeria, and not going to America. America have their own institution, and they respect their institution. That was why Trump happened to succumb, finally, because he wanted to try America. He thought he's from Sudan. So that is my take.
All right, then. Got your thoughts there. Thank you very much. You are the last caller for the show. It's already top of the hour 9. And this is where we're going to have to wrap up on this segment. Thank you very much. I think it's enough for us to understand that democracies need fine-tuning, because the American establishment, as it were, did not happen under Trump. It did not happen under Obama. Neither George Bush, neither any of the George Bushes or Reagan. It was something that with each system, they put another brick on it, and another system puts another brick on it. So you have to allow the processes grow. But I think where we must draw the line is if a government is in place and is not allowing the process to grow, it's stagnating the process, then you're drawing us back. This is where I can understand the query on certain governments that we've seen here in Nigeria as to what they were doing for the systems. It seems as if they were drawing them back. We need to see capacity building, and that the system that you inherited, you're going to bequeath to the people something better. That's how you grow. And if Trump on his emergence, because I mean, from the article I was reading, called him an amateur. He was never anything in the military. He was never anything in politics. He was just a businessman, a showman, as far as I'm concerned, who found himself, able to use his showmanship to convince a lot of people that he could do the job. And he got there. And he felt that it was something he was used to doing, showmanship and business. And then he found out that America is far more than that. And maybe at the point, the systems also showed him the way out. It's very simple. If you have the right systems, government will come, government will go. The system will work according to how it has been structured along the way. But Emmanuel has something he wants to share.
Yes, and those who are saying that Nigerian institutions are working, yes, of course, they were established to work. They will at least give semblance of work. But truly, in the form American institutions are working, they are not. However, I think we shouldn't be hopeless about the institutions in Nigeria.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Some days it must happen, but it's going to take a long while.
All right, Emmanuel, got your thoughts there. This is where we wrap up on this segment, and we are wrapping up here. Just stay tuned. There's so much more coming to you today, 95.1 FM.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Emeka, biko, bia.
What is it?
How come, Chukwudi, that guy, Chukwudi, how come he's making more sales than us? And we are in the same line of business, eh?
Relax. Cool down.
Are you sure he's not using something? Eh? Ask him so that whatever he uses, we can use it.
I'll do something. I'll meet him. I'll meet him. He's my brother. Calm down. What is that thing you are doing? I'm your brother. What is that thing you're doing? Look at your shop now. It's always busy.
Look, my friend, it is very simple. I don't tell you this thing before, but you know
I am willing to go anywhere, any length. Just what is it you are doing? What is the secret?
It is very simple. See, just take your business, okay? Take your business, go to Today.95.1fm for adverts, and you go experience change.
Chukudi, stop this joke now.
I tell you, because now, as we talk so, their rates don't drop.
Chukudi, are you being serious?
I did tell you.
Where this man go, safe? We got Chukudi. Want buy something? We got Chukudi.
Who they collect money? Chief can face you come now.
I come. Emeka, I need to go now. And don't forget though, Today 95.1 FM. Carry your business, go give them, and you go see change.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best.
Chukudi, Dalu, thank you very much.
Biko, family.
Thank you.
And the world's gonna know your name.
I didn't want to open that door now. I go match and down. Oh yeah, give me that thing. Come on.
Give me the phone. Give me that thing. Oh yeah.
Insecurity has become a common factor in our general language within the Nigerian space, no doubt. Not only has it become a threat, it has begun taking diverse dimension we cannot ignore. A solution we seek. A desire to stop the trend is imminent.
Wait up, 2 seconds.
God, hey, Jesus. Straight bullet, though, what kind of country is this? A boy I just said to go and buy something, what kind of thing is straight bullet from well? I'm finished, though.
Directly or indirectly, we all have lost people, friends, family, or acquaintances as a result of insecurity. But is security only the job of the government? No, security is not one man's job alone. Every individual in the society has a role to play in order to achieve a secure society. We urge citizens and indigents to adhere and respect the laws of the state, report irregular activities to the authorities, and we implore security agencies to carry out their duties as stipulated by the Constitution and not infringe on the rights of citizens. If we work together, we can build the Nigeria of our dreams. This message is brought to you by Today95.1 FM.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Officer, take. Officer, give me number. No time. Ma dey match am. They go.
What? You bribing the officer of the law? You under arrest. Let me see your papers. You can go. They're in order. Drive safe, okay?
I don't understand though. No be the same country again. Officer reject bribe. They arrest me yesterday. That yesterday, I go do my papers. See as I pass now. I pass without fear. You too, make you do wetin dey right. For we country to better, it dey for we hand. If you like, do like say you no hear am. To give or to take bribe, na offense.
Una don hear am, abi? You hear am too, abi? You hear am. You hear am well. They themselves, they hear am. Now the voice of the people. Now him bring this message give una. Today 95.1 FM. Now we be the voice of the people.
Your opinion matters. Talk to us. And we'll listen.
We cannot shy away from the fact that we are running a federal democracy.
And you have other players contributing, if not at all.
We talk, you listen.
Today,
95.1 FM.
We go the 9 yards to stand different. We stay focused on the prize. We make talk easy. As we are the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM. Voice of the people.
I pray thee once again. I wonder if it's surrounded by ones of such talent. You know? Speak life, live a humble and meek life. Ordinary day of the week life. like grown-ups. Own up, it's amazing. The wage of fire keeps blazing. That's why I'm constantly praising. For some of them it's a face thing. So they're gazing on the street lights till them go catch up in street fights. 'Cause I'm pretending they're streetwise and put an end to a brief life. I feel like it's a mystery how we keep repeating our history, making the same mistakes as our ancestry. Seems like all of life lessons missed with. It's risky, so give praises. One day you may find your oasis. Rise up to the challenge you're faced with. Be your fool and creative. You'll make it. It's basics. People been doing it for ages in many other cultures and places on a regular basis. There's so many cases. Let's face it, man. Way too much time has been wasted, man. Building military bases, fighting a war with no basis. Life is sacred, and every baby born naked. Some are not one like them raised big and don't care what they're making. They can't take it, so speak life, man. All this darkness not feel right, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
This president's failed.
It's about the future of this country.
We're going to take it back. We're going to take it back.
You asked us to vote you into that position so you can bring about that
solution.
So when you vote me, then you sleep.
Let me see if I can take another phone call. Hello, Today 95.1fm. Good morning.
What makes a policeman to be able to feed is the gun he's holding. They use their gun to extort money from people.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
No longer news that we are truly the voice of the people.
Am I not a slave in Nigeria?
I refuse if you are. If
you're a slave. Let's not get to that now. So the Nigerian constitution. Bro is philosophical.
You spot the difference now?
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Minutes has gone past the hour of 9, and I'd like to try starting off in another line of conversation, and that should take us to the top of hour 10. And I came across material of an abducted pastor, Pastor Bulus Yakure. He's a Christian cleric abducted by Boko Haram alongside 6 others on Christmas Eve. Now, in a new video that has been released by Boko Haram, it shows him begging the president, Muhammadu Buhari, and Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State and church leaders to rescue him from terrorists. At least 7 people were killed in a Boko Haram attack on the majority Christian village of Pemi, Borno State, on Christmas Eve. In this 2-minute, 26 seconds video made available online, the pastor, who appeared handcuffed, said he believed the president and others could help him. The pastor, however, said if his life is destined to end in the hands of Boko Haram, he thanked God. It is such a heart-wrenching moment for me when he got to that part. If his life is destined to end in the hands of Boko Haram, and he thanked God. Well, he started with saying, my name is Bulus Yakure. I'm a pastor. I'm calling on my relations, our ecclesia in Peme, FCC Peme, number 1, DCC and GCC. I'm calling on the nation, our local government, Chibok, Governor Zulum, and President Muhammadu Buhari to help rescue me from this difficult situation. With your support, I'll be able to be free. Help me rescue me from Boko Haram captivity. Whatever the demand, please give to them to release me. I know you have what it takes with the grace of God to rescue me. I believe the president or the governor of Borno or the church leadership can help rescue me. But if this is how my life will end, I thank God, he said. If you will recall, on December 24th, Boko Haram attacked the village and burnt down a church, a dispensary, and several houses. Pemi is located approximately 20 kilometers from Chibok, where Boko Haram kidnapped hundreds of schoolgirls 6 years ago. So this is Boko Haram, right? Let's move on to another set of people doing similar stuff. And I think was it yesterday? In Katsina, the Katsina state governor, her government, in an interview said they have received they have facilitated the release of about 300 plus kidnapped people. Apart from the Kankara boys, this figure doesn't include the Kankara boys. Aside the Kankara boys, they have these figures of individuals that have so far that they release have so far been secured by the government. Of course, they said that they were able to facilitate that by speaking to repentant bandits and I don't know, whatever else was put into that mix. But this is the number. So that means aside the numbers that we know officially, when perhaps they go to places like Kankara or the Invader Village, and the numbers are put out there that we begin to share during conversations like this we have on radio and other social media platforms or on electronic media platforms and in print too. These numbers become known to the rest of us Nigerians. But aside these numbers are also numbers that are happening, are going on almost on the daily that we don't know about. That one moment these people are here living their lives and the next bandits will come in and swipe them and take some away. Sometimes these numbers never get to be reported. So the government says, well, we've so far facilitated the release of 300 plus. And I'm shocked. We did Kankara, which is 300 and plus people And there you have another 300 plus that you facilitated the release. Of course, I mean, maybe in different batches and they just got the sum total and put it out there for us. But that means there's several people within that system who are, or should I say within that community or within that state that are being taken by bandits. And this is what the government is doing to get them back, or this is how effective the government has been so far in getting back these abducted people so far. So apart from Boko Haram, who does hers for whatever propaganda she's trying to fuel, there's also the banditries or the bandits who are also doing theirs for, I think for me, it is just for financial gain. It's simply for me a kidnap issue. You kidnap for ransom. That's what's going on. And I think somebody in Katsina State, Mr. Emmanuel was telling me earlier, said banditry will end if ransom is paid. It's if they stop paying ransom. Once you put an end to ransom paying, banditry will stop. And that we'll just have to toughen up. And in some cases, when they do kill and put out pictures of people they have killed in order to fuel us to pay, that perhaps that if they notice that that is not moving the government, then they'll stop. I don't think that exactly is the idea, because no government wants to sit down and see pictures of its people gruesomely murdered. And then they will insist we're not going to pay because we want to end this greed that has fueled this sort of system, this sort of crime. I think the government at some point will be moved to do the needful. I think what needs to be done to address the issue of banditry, if that is what they want to look at, is to beef up security. One, you've got to make sure that you're able to comb the areas where the bandits have found succor. You need to ensure that you have those areas heavily protected. You need to have those places under guard so that they can detect movements of these people and react prior to them taking a swing at the communities closest to them. I think that's one of the ways. And second is to encourage people to find themselves plugged into an economically viable system. So there must be grassroots action towards pushing people into economically viable prospects. You have to find a way to do that. Key them into something. If agriculture is your biggest bet, well, start to drive a massive drive of the people within that region into agriculture. It must be like a total and a complete focus. And then you have to start fixing orientation. Why do you think you can take onto a life of crime without understanding the gravity of what you're doing to your people? Why is that alive for you? Once you'll be able to get that to work, and all of this must be, as far as I'm concerned, it has to work pari passu. It's not as if you leave the other and said, okay, now we've done agriculture, or now that we've done mobilization for grassroots employment, let's now, it has to be something that works together with the other. Or another thing that needs to be also checked is the borders. You need to make sure that you know who you're dealing with. Are you dealing from people who are, I'm looking at Katsina now, are you looking at people who largely live in Katsina, or people who cross the borders back and forth? So they're in one moment in Katsina and the next moment they're in Niger, or in the next moment they're coming in from Kano. You have to ensure that you have your areas policed enough. And I think that is an area where you can generate employment. In doing that, the people from these communities will have to also raise some money. I mean, you have to get people to be vested in this. So we're going to get the security outfit here, but we need to tax you for that. We need to tax you 2 naira each. And we'll have these people in place who will, mount these borders for us to ensure that people don't sip in and out. If that is effective enough, I'm sure you'll be able to manage the populace that you have. So it's a multifaceted attack on the issue of banditry. It's not just stop paying ransom. As far as I'm concerned, I know that, yes, paying ransom has continually fueled that. But I also believe that if you just withdraw ransom and you say nothing else is going to be put into place, that if you just withdraw ransom payment, that will check banditry, I don't think that's enough, or it's going to be effective enough. I think it's multifaceted approach, and that you have to put all these things in place to ensure that you can checkmate banditry. So like I said, the government of Katsina State said 300 plus. was recently released, or they had facilitated the release of 300 plus people in Katsina State. And I mentioned how somebody in Katsina State government said this is what must be done to checkmate banditry there. So that's one. We spoke of Boko Haram. We spoke on banditry, and then this is another angle. A suspected kidnappers' den uncovered in Lagos. School uniforms, socks uncovered. A suspected den of kidnappers and ritual killers had been uncovered inside a tunnel in the Sari-Gomu area of Lagos along Orile-Badagry Expressway. Body parts as well as personal effects such as school uniforms, small size socks, diapers, among others, were reportedly found in the den. Imagine the lives of people who were killed and destroyed in that tunnel. The tunnel is in front of Araromi Secondary School, a public school in the community. Well, 2 suspects were arrested inside the tunnel and they were reportedly burnt to death, while 2 others were said to have been handed over to the Orile-Gomu police station. Residents who spoke to the correspondent who's giving the story, that's the correspondent for The Punch, gave different accounts of how the spot was uncovered. A landlord who gave his name only as Olajide stated that a teenage bread seller was hawking around or along the expressway around 5 p.m. on Tuesday when she sighted some men roaming suspiciously in the tunnel. She was said to have raised the alarm, which made youths to storm the canal. Olajide said some members of Odua People's Congress joined in the search and found some ramshackle structures containing mattresses and televisions. He explained the OPC members had been suspecting that whatever they are chasing thieves in the evening from a Lafia bus stop along the expressway, the suspects will disappear around the tunnel. On Tuesday, a bread seller was passing through the spot when she saw accidentally some persons inside the tunnel, which linked to the other side of the road and connected several drainage channels. The entrance to that tunnel is narrow, but it is wide inside. She alerted some people who entered the tunnel and found mattresses, televisions, and other home appliances. 2 suspects were arrested that day, and a mob burnt one of them. The other suspect was rescued and handed over to the police. Now, I just want to also bring this angle to pass while we're talking about banditry and Boko Haram in that part of the region where it's massive. There's also within other regions where you've got this sort of ritual killings and kidnappings going on too. And it will be unfair to overlook it and think it's not happening. It's happening right here in our midst. This exists. And maybe because we don't see them swooping down on schools and then taking at one time 50, 100 for it to make news. But they're out there every day taking 1 child, 2 people get missing. There's an announcement that this person stepped out and he hasn't been seen. And there are people who leave all by themselves, and perhaps there's nobody to even announce that they're missing until months have gone by before their families in different places have not heard from this person in such a long period. What's going on? This is happening. So there's so much for me at this point here that has to do with human life that it seems as if we don't pay much. It's nothing to us to snuff out the life of another person or to just uproot one person from the life that they have and hold them against their wish and demand that certain funds be paid. And if we don't get those funds, we kill them. Yet we have a government in place whose one duty is to ensure that we are protected. Our properties are protected. I mean, it will be of no consequence if you're building schools and if you're building great hospitals, if you're building roads, and if you're building stadiums across the nation or in your states, and then the lives within that state cannot be protected. The lives within that state are being taken and then collated and perhaps exchanged for money. If monies don't come, they're snuffed out. And in some cases, they're butchered up and sold to people I don't even know what to call them, who believe that some mystic means can enrich them, and then they sell these body parts to them. I wonder how the governments will exist while this still goes on. And you know why it is alarming? It's increasing on the daily. What we used to have 2-3 years down the line, will be like child's play to what we have now. And yet all along this period, we have had governments in place. I'm wondering why they haven't, at this point now, decided that, everything else will have to pause. We need to fix this issue. The people who live within Nigeria must be safe first. We must secure the safety of the lives of the people who call themselves Nigerians or live and reside in Nigeria. That must be of paramount importance to us as a government. We must ensure that first. That you can't wake up and just take another person and hold them. And this, to the barest minimum. I know that it can't get to the point where it never, ever happens. But can we begin to work towards where we reduce these actions to the barest minimum? You have people who are too frightened to be caught on the streets by 7 p.m. You have people who are too frightened to take a trip from one state to another. You have people who are too frightened to visit some states in the north. You have relatives or friends who are living there, and it's never like, I want to come. You can't. There's certain parts of our states, of our streets, where by 7 p.m. you can't be caught walking around there because you're not sure what's going to happen to you. And then we're supposed to be industrious. We're supposed to be hardworking. How does that work when at each time you're looking over your shoulder to ensure that you're safe and you're protected? And I think it's because of how much that the systems has failed us when it comes to security that we begin to look at this, locally organized security outfits, and we're hoping that they can protect us. Because for me, that is the most important thing in life, that your life itself is guaranteed, at least, as it were, and you're not struck by some ailment, but that nobody is coming to snuff it out, and nobody is coming to take you away and demand that monies be paid before they release you. If we can't guarantee that to a certain extent in the system, believe me, you can have people who can now focus on eking out a living and improving in the system and bettering the economy. For Pastor Bulus, whose video has spurred on this conversation, and of course, it's not a video that I saw it. I think when I checked it up again, the person has deleted it because, well, you don't want to share propaganda of the terrorists. But the fact remains that Pastor Bulus is calling for help. And he's asking the government to do what he believes they have to do to save his life. He's also said, look, what if it doesn't happen, if this is how I'm supposed to die, then thank God. For the Katsina State official who believes that paying ransom is one of the reasons why banditry has continued, I'm sure he'll be one person who says, do nothing. Don't pay anything to Boko Haram. I mean, if he's already said, thank God, if he has to die, let him die. But if you continue to give them money, they will think that this is a process. And let's not forget that for Boko Haram too, this sort of practice is what keeps money in their pockets. So they're negotiating some high amount. You want your pastor back, you must be thinking of giving us so high amount of money because they need the money to run their system. So it might be something, there might be an idea there. How do you stop their funding? Their funding, one ways with which they get funded is by this sort of kidnappings that they do. So how do you stop the funding of Boko Haram? Perhaps stop paying them ransom. That's one way. But I mean, it is really heart-wrenching to know that this one particular individual has to die in the hands of these people. And that it's not the first time it's happening. It's not the second, it's not the third. Ever since there was a launch of Boko Haram, we've continually seen videos like this. We've seen before the kill and after the kill, we've seen this sort of propaganda going on. And yet they still exist within the state called Nigeria. And they're still carrying on the same kind of havoc that they've been doing. Yes, of course, government says they've been doing a lot in pushing back Boko Haram and curtailing the kind of damage that they can carry on the nation. But every now and then when things like this happen, you just almost wish that we're doing far more than we're doing and that we do that immediately. So we're looking at this issue now, and I'm going to wrap it up by what the presidency says, and says that this year they will deal with the issue of banditry and kidnappings. Will end insurgency banditry this year, Buhari assures. President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday gave a timeline to conclude the war against Boko Haram and bandits. While assuring that the counter-insurgency war will be concluded this year, President called for prayers for the country's armed forces to enable them end what they are doing. Buhari, who spoke during the Jumat prayer for this year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration at the National Mosque in Abuja, also assured that this is a year of action. We will finish what we are doing. According to Buhari, who was represented by the Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Magaishi, what is happening in this country will soon be over. This year, we will finish what we're doing. Pray for us that we succeed. He said that the country will continue to remember the heroic exploits of the members of the armed forces and continue to pray for the repose of the souls of those who have paid the supreme price defending Nigeria. The president also assured that the welfare and comfort of the families of fallen heroes, as well as those who are still alive, will continue to get the priority of government. All right, so this is my question for today, with the position of the federal government as concerning ending the insurgency and banditry this year. Do you think that's possible? Do you see a timeline to that effect? Do you believe that this is something that can be achieved this year by the government, given the statement they have? And, I mean, taking into cognizance this wide-based angles to the crime itself that I just ran through. You've got banditry, you've got Boko Haram, you've got ritual killings, you've got kidnapping for ransom, almost in every nook and cranny of Nigeria. More so in some places than the others, but it exists in any which case. Are we effectively fighting this? Are we doing something that will give us the best results by the end of the year? Because that's what the president said, that this year is the year of action, and that by the end of the year, they will have completed that which they set out to do, ending insurgency and banditry. The Katsina State official believes the best way to do that is just to stop paying ransom. Let's have your thoughts. 08109510951 or 081700000951. You know, there's one time I think I read about these tunnels too again. It had to do in Lagos, and how one tunnel was invaded, and they also saw, you know, clothings of people and what looked like blood. And so the issue that, you know, the things that are going underground in Lagos, who knows? I mean, and who's keeping an eye on these things? You start to wonder, the local ministries who are there, social services and anything else, even if it's local government that has some of these tunnels running through, who does the constant check? Who keeps an eye to ensure that things are not going wrong and wild underneath Lagos, under the footsteps of people paving on the streets, that people are not underneath murdering others, selling their body parts, or holding them hostage and looking for a highest bidder? Who ensures that? Who ensures that in different states across Nigeria, that people don't just stop you in your vehicle, pull you out, take you off to some forest, tie you up, and wait till your family and loved ones contact you and send money before they can release you? Who is ensuring that these things don't happen? 0810-951-0951 or 0817-0000-951 for the phone lines, and 07019-339962 for the text message portal. Hello, Today 95.1 FM.
Good morning to you, Chancellor Anne.
Good morning. Gift from the tap root. Real gift.
Thank you very much. A good Chancellor.
Great to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Well, for me, let me start from the issue of Canada. I think the government is putting herself under unnecessary pressure when they tell us that this is the year of action. Between 2015 to now, does it mean there was no action? If there was no action, how come they told us these persons have been decimated, these persons have been tactically or technically defeated? So what are we talking about here? If the president comes out to tell me that this is the year of action, for goodness sake, and then they are saying between now and the end of the year, for the rest of the months, what will happen in between? I think it's unfortunate. If the government is not ready to fight this fight or take the fight to the bandits, even to the Boko boys, I'm not saying they are not fighting or they are not doing anything at all. The intensity is not there. For me, just like you've highlighted already, I think, why not fight crime with technology? Is it difficult? Look at the borders, which you also brought up. Nigeria has one of the most porous borders on earth. Why can't you secure a majority of your border? And then see how you can take it up from there. The outgoing president of the United States of America made sure as much as possible he started the Mexican war. All to protect his people, is it not?
Yeah.
So why can't we protect our own? I'm talking of the government now. And then when they bring it down, definitely ransom will be paid, whether you like it or not. Sometimes some of these issues even being orchestrated from within, because they said the insect that eats up the kola nut, it is the kola nut itself. Some of these things are orchestrated from within. Sometimes I even blame. I think. Well, let me leave that so that you don't ask me.
Okay.
But I think on the issue of these tunnels, ordinarily, there should have been a wake-up call for both the local government and state government to make sure that, let's say, in every 2 weeks, they clean up or take a walk within these tunnels.
Yes.
They should have the master plan of those areas. Why not clean it out? Because it tells you that persons who are supposed to know what goes under that tunnel are not aware, and that's why these persons see it as a safe haven or safe accommodation to carry out these nefarious activities. I think it's time for us, government officials, and even the rest of us to wake up, because the truth is sometimes most of us individuals, they are ready to give out information, but when you give out the information, what happens to you?
What happens to you? The informant. All right, then we'll give. Thank you very much. We got your position on that. Hello, Today 95.1 FM.
Hello, Annie. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Obuna calling from Motherman.
Obuna, great to have you. Go ahead.
Yeah, on the position of the federal government saying they are going to take care of everything this year that has to do with insecurity, as much as they want to say it, even in America, yeah, we have all these things cropping up every now and then, but at the barest minimum. And how do you take care of security or take care of all these things? You can't do that if the place is not viable. How do I mean by that? Create an enabling environment for people to be engaged. And I told somebody a long time ago, I said, if somebody has something, say you to have something that engages him from Monday to Friday, I guess him paid. Saturday, you are talking of doing your laundry and probably to see family, friends. You don't have time for crime.
Yeah.
But if you keep saying you want to take care of insecurity and the level of unemployment in the society is increasing and the demand, one thing you also have to take into consideration is that the challenges, the bills that you have to pay are even increasing in the midst of the loss of jobs. People are gullible. Before you know it, people go into one crime or the other. So if the government wants to be sincere to fighting crime and doing all these things, let them make Nigeria economically viable. Where somebody, I don't need to go and start looking for government work to get things going well for me. If you take care of that, then you start. And another thing I told somebody, I said I'm against this. You see, this is rehabilitation of militants, and you cannot rehabilitate a criminal. Once somebody has crossed that Rubicon, it becomes very difficult. You set up a place, if you say you catch Boko Haram people, you catch people who are into kidnapping, you set up a factory, let them not see the outside world. Give them something to be doing. Take care of them inside. By the time you put up these measures and not celebrate criminals, you see that to a very large extent, if somebody sees that I was arrested and I'm no longer seeing the four walls or the free air of this country, the others who want to think about it will just tell themselves, is it worth it? So it goes beyond lip service, it goes beyond saying, then on the issue of the Lagos tunnel, and those are things that government should take care of. It's not even every 2 weeks. Employ security people to be looking after those areas. Let's stop doing damage control. Let us be proactive rather than reactive. That's what we've always done in this country. Like the last caller said, involve technology in doing things you do. It is not rocket science. Others have done it. After we keep comparing ourselves in Nigeria and America, the essence of research is that when somebody has found out something, you don't have to go through those processes and those procedures the person suffers through to get to them. They have not achieved this. Look at how you can bring this and domesticate it to your own area. It's doable. If you calculate the amount of money that goes into arms proliferation and everything, you can do better than most of these countries. We are consuming, we don't produce, our military does not produce anything. We depend on the outside world. So each time they now say they were not giving them arms, it is God that we don't even have arms to fight.
All right.
It's not good. The government should be holistic on all angles.
All right. Okay. All right. We got your thoughts there. And 0810-951-0951 or 0817-000951. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Annie.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah,
Uday is my name, calling from Patakot.
All right, today let's get to hear from you.
Yeah, your government said that 2021 should be the year of action. My dear sister, I want to ask, if, for example, somebody died, let me say in Asolog, let me just give an example of Asolog. Can they say that that year, they will not take the action of what happened in Asolog that very year? They will leave it in the, let me say, 2025 ahead. In this country, over 5 or 10 years now, people have been dying like fowl. And what the government of APC is telling people that 2021 should be the year of action. That means those people that have been dying since, there is no action for them. Well, every year there must be a New Year celebration. That's why they say 2021. But unfortunately, 2021 may even be the worst. The way I'm seeing it, because hunger is on the way. Recession is there, coronavirus is there, bandits, all the terrorist organization is waking up in Nigeria because the way I'm seeing 2020 may not be easy. And those guys will build up their security assets, within the Boko Haram and the rest, to defeat whatever they want. So 2021, they cannot do nothing. It will be like in 2015 and the rest. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you. We got your thoughts. It says nothing is going to work out. All right. You have to be a little optimistic if you... Maybe something indeed will work out. 0810-951-0951. Hello to the 95.1 FM.
Yeah, Annie, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Chimeze from Umukurushi.
Chimeze from Umukurushi. Great to have you. Go ahead.
Annie, I've not wished you Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah. I have always said and will continue to say that you don't solve a problem by pretending it does not exist. And that's the way Nigeria has been handling the issue of bandits, Boko Haram, killer herdsmen, and the rest of it. Even the kidnappers. They pretend a lot in Nigeria, especially those rulers that think that they are leaders. You see, what are these people looking for? Boko Haram, bandits, killer herdsmen. They have one agenda. Let's stop pretending. Their agenda is very clear. Look at what you are telling us about Pastor Butrus or something like that. This is their agenda. Islamization. We will continue to shout it. Islamization. That's what these three people are looking for. And it's an ideology. And you cannot defeat an ideology. Give these people what they want.
All right, we've got your thoughts on that. Thank you very much. Hello, today 95.1 FM. Good morning. All right, unfortunately, I can't seem to connect to you, but then I'll keep trying as soon as I can. I'll take your call. Hello, today 95.1 FM. Good morning. All right. This text here says, I hope that as soon as they finish from the mosque, they're able to get to their home safely, because we also know that some of these attacks happens from the mosques when Boko Haram strikes. Yes, Boko Haram strikes from both mosques and churches. It doesn't matter where. But yeah, they did get home safely. I think it's important that we realize that it's not as if the government is not doing anything at all. It is how effective what they're doing is vis-a-vis our current realities. If we expect to hear numbers dwindling, we expect to hear those numbers dwindling fast. It would be unfair that at this time, with all they say they have been doing, the issue of banditry is still as rife as it is, and then Katsina State can come up and say, oh, apart from the 300 plus Kankara boys, we also were able to rescue 300 plus people. This is just for Zamfara State. What's happening, this is just for Katsina, what's happening in Zamfara? What's happening in Kebbi? What's happening in Sokoto? What's happening in Borno? So if you're looking at banditry on one hand, there's something else Boko Haram is doing on the other. And then you have those who don't have names, but who are out there kidnapping people for ritual purposes, to sell to the highest bidder or whatever. That's happening. And we said, as a nation, the way that we can ensure that we are productive and continue to grow economically and that we begin to meet the ranks that we want to in the world is when the people feel secure enough. It's the only way that you can have investments grow. It's the only way that you also attract foreign investments. It's the only way that people can comfortably decide that I want to set out this plan because I have envisioned that a 5-year possibility for me to do this in this certain area. But we can't now because you're not too sure. And if it's not something that the government, and I'm very particular, it's not something that is just federal government here. It's governments, all of them, as long as they're in position of governance, this concerns you. If that is not a priority and that it haunts you day and night until you found the solution for it, then you are failing the people. Finish. End of. Because that is your number one priority when you took oath. To serve the people. Protect their lives and their properties. All right, this is hello, Annie. Are you aware that the Nigerian military over time has become the major supplier of weapons to these insurgents? Nope, I'm not aware, Emmanuel. He said they attack military installations and facilities and also cut away with military equipment during the clashes, only to reuse them again and fight the same military. I tell you, Annie, we're running in circles. For me, this insecurity has become a fat cow and people are cashing out in real time. It won't stop anytime soon until the people in charge say it shall stop. This is from Emmanuel. All right. I guess there's a lot of truth in that. When they attack these facilities and they cut away their arms and ammunition, might just use it to attack them again. It's a vicious circle in the way he says it, but I don't think it's something that they willingly hand over to them. Hello, Today95.1 FM. Or do call back if you can. I'm sorry, I was still speaking when your call came through. 0810-951-0951 or 0817-00000951. That is the number for you to dial to get through. I think I'll just be able to take one more call. And then we have to wrap up on this. Let me just quickly take this text message. It says, hello, Annie, good morning. I think that we have to have a sincere talk. We all need to sit down and fashion out how to deal with this. It's either the government is clueless or they do not have a pattern in which they want to enforce their decisions. If we have a decision, there must be a pattern, really. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Port.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
I know sometimes we are just discussing, we have said everything on air. The truth about this thing is, I just like what one of my brothers, the caller, said. You don't solve problem by pretending it does not exist. Nigeria was built on a foundation of pretense. So we are educated enough. I wonder why people that went to school to foresee what will happen will come and think that. See, I'm trying to economize my words so that I don't sound rude. But the truth is that some people in this country, some leaders, they breed terrorism. It is in their DNA, and they cannot change it. This is just a Royal Niger company. Nigeria was meant to be a company. That is the truth from the beginning, from how British created it. So we are not nation. If we want to, we sit down, we discuss. That is why politicians will lose money, because they don't have law for the country. Nobody has law for Nigeria. Policeman is working to feed the family, and soldier man is defending his life. Everybody just pretending that we are one. Everybody is pretending. Hypocrisy everywhere. It's a shame.
Got your thoughts too on that. Thank you very much. He says hypocrites were pretending to be one. I mean, even if we're pretending to be one, I don't understand how the ones who you said are pretending and the ones who are still hurting themselves. Because it's not as if the people in Katsina were taking people from outside Katsina. It's still within Katsina. People who are doing that in Zamfara is still within Zamfara. The ones who are kidnapping and doing that here within our side are doing that to us here. So where does that even feel this pretense? You make it look as if the ones who are kidnapping are crossing the Niger and going somewhere to do that. They're doing it here to their own people. Hello, Today 95.1 FM.
Yeah, Annie, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Claudia. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Great to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me, say this. No nation was carved and created by God. Cities were made by God. The nations were made by man. So let's be against this. On the other hand, or furthermore, no general, no military commander, no president will approach a war and tell those under his leadership that they are not winning the war. It's understandable why the president sounded so upbeat. He said, General, you must say you are winning. You must crush your enemy. But the fact is that war is the most unpredictable something in human activities. You don't know what is going to happen until you are returning from the battle. We have a very difficult military operation in the north. This guerrilla warfare. And it's going to last long. Because they say the aim of the fighters on the other side is to demoralize you. When they degrade your morale, they finally, carry out the final onslaught to win the war. So we have to be patient and understand why the president said that he's going to win the war this year. It might not happen. It might happen. Thank you very much.
All right, then. Thank you very much. And this here says NGF scried about insecurity in Nigeria. So it's now NGF is woken up from the sleep Well, kudos to them. God win for Moi, but it's not now. It was Air Force Remembrance Day, and they had a Jumat prayers for them, and it was there they made that position. It's not as if they just woke up and remembered. The only way insurgency can come to an end in Nigeria is if the whole foreign investors threatening to leave Nigeria due to insecurity will see that in a complete month, or in a few months, or in some months, he said, it will end. Joe from Center, you sent this. And I am weeping for my country, Nigeria. It is high time all Nigerian people will seek God's divine intervention. For right from the president to the governors to the local government chairman have all failed in protecting the lives and properties of Nigerians. Aaron Akalaho, you send that in from Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is Obi.
All right, AB, good to have you.
From Port Harcourt.
All right, go ahead.
If the ministry want to win this war, first, like police, they have to be free with people. Because many people are not free to give information. Many of us have information, but you cannot give. Because we are afraid that when you give, they will expose you. For instance, in the news last night, the police team was passing and they saw one young boy putting on the knicker of camouflage, army camouflage, and they stopped and arrest the boy. And when I come, I ask them, what is the problem? They say they saw this boy wearing this thing, that they want to mop out this camouflage. I say, if you want to do so, it's fine. But first of all, you go to market. All these things they are selling in the market.
Exactly.
Go to the market. Yeah, go to market. Go to the boutique. Anyone that you see that is selling, arrest them. Where did they get it from? That is the only way that you can mop out this camouflage. And they were dragging and dragging and dragging. Later, they take the boy and they collect some money and remove the knicker. The boy go with butter. And they free the boy. So this is the thing that I'm talking about. We need to be free. We need to be free with the police so that we can pass information to them. Many people are afraid. They get the information, but they are afraid. So this is my thing. Thank you.
All right, then. What's your thoughts on that? Thank you very much. We've got to wrap up here. And thank you so much. Good morning, Annie. Nigerians have adopted to this statement of stamping out insecurity by Buhari every now and then. Buhari has been singing this as his national anthem since he came. The government of Major General Muhammadu Buhari is not ready to deal a deadly blow to insecurity. It is really... If he is really, he would have started with sacking service chiefs who have run out of ideas, as well as well-meaning Nigerians have been clamoring for. In fact, I'm scared whatever this sort of statement is made by Buhari-led APC government, because they do the exact opposite of whatever they say. Nigerians should expect the worst form of insecurity considering the antecedents of Buhari's handling of insecurity. This is from, what's your name again? Unyi Awaji Fine Face from Ungo Town, and it hits exactly the top of the hour 10. I'm sorry I can't take any more calls or text messages. This is where we wrap up on the show. But I think security is actually everybody's problem, and it also starts with you. Keep an eye out. And I know that a lot of us are scared of passing on information to the security personnel because of what we think is repercussions for doing that. But we must begin to ensure that we're able to do this too for ourselves and insist that the right things are done. And hopefully we'll get a better Nigeria from that. We're wrapping up on this segment. Thank you for listening. This day on the dial, you're still listening to Today 95.1 FM.
All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique dial.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
And
to stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the alarm is the one who made the public know about
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the world news on your premium talk radio station.
We are your premium talk radio station. Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.
It's the time of the year. Come, let's chill together. Pop Chivita, make we jolly. All over Naija, anywhere you day. Share Chivita with your family and friends. Enjoy this Christmas. Let's celebrate with Chivita. Ooh, yeah.
Juice up the season with Chivita.
Today is here. Yesterday is gone and unrecoverable. Tomorrow, you don't know what it holds, right? You have today. Yes, you heard me. You have today. The indisputable truth is that today is pregnant with both good and bad. You have freely been given today as a gift to see what you will make out of it. Permit me to be positive. Permit me to sideline the negative and magnify the good. Permit me to espouse on today. Today is great. Today is wonderful. Today is targetable and targets can be achieved. Today is domineering and you can be dominant. Today is a conqueror and goals can be conquered. Today is challenging and you can challenge yourself for the better. Today is cheerful. You can choose to be happy. Just in case you're sulking, saddened and feeling sorry for yourself. Enough of the wallow in self-pity. You have today. I mean today. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Take that step today. Opportunities are everywhere. Just be sensitive. Build on yourself and get ready for the opportunity. Be the best you can be today, because I see the sun smiling on you. This message is powered by Today
95.1 FM.
Voice of the people.
Today 95.1 FM. The voice of the people.
Story. Voices from the market.
Story. Hello listeners and welcome to another awesome story special. Today we have something interesting for you. We'll be hosting Frank the Knife and his homeboy Flowski with one special guest. We would have kicked off immediately, but unfortunately they aren't here yet. So while we wait, let's take a short musical break. This one is Frank's debut track and he calls it Born to Cut It.
Coming tonight, yeah, king of the vibes. You better be listening, cause I'm living the life. And there is no question. You better know this. I was born to cut it. Cause Frankie the Knife, my name, king of the vibes. You better be watching me, cause I'm living the life. Yeah, and there is no question. You better know this. I was born to cut it. I don't did the game, put my everything. Greatest hustler ever living, now my middle name. But one day on the ground, lost my best friend. Kabiru, I hope say we gon' meet again. See, it's funny how life goes, though. See, 1 minute you be breathing, next your rap cold, though. And I cried many tears, but still life goes on. Nearly gave up on my hustle, but I still did fire go.
Welcome back. Again, it's Story, and I remain the one and only beautiful
and
Onyinye.
dutiful.
Oh, that's Flosky there. Now, before the break, remember I said Flosky and Frank were going to be in the studio? Yup, Flosky is here now, and you just heard him speak. But I would give you the privilege of hearing him one more time.
Yeah, guys, Flowski, the flow master with lines to make you go faster.
Nice to have you on the show, Flosky.
Thank you so much for having me.
Unfortunately, Frank can't make it.
Yeah, for real. He's stuck in traffic, but I knew I had to be here for my man. Anything for my man.
He actually called during the commercial break, and he said he wanted to actually say something on air.
Yeah.
So I will just call him right away, and we'll hear everything he has to say, because, hey, he needs to talk to his fans too, doesn't he?
No doubt, no doubt.
Hello?
Hi, Frank. Yes, it's Onyinye. Now you are live on air. Please go ahead.
Hey, what's up, my people? How on a day? It's your boy Frankie Ness, a.k.a. Born to Cut It. What's happening? See, my people, Moon and vex for me. I'm supposed to be in the studio right now, live and direct. But I've been inside traffic since morning. I've just been sweating for this work. It's not tiring me, fair, to be honest. Right. But see, you guys know, anything you want to know about, just ask my guy, Flowski, the Flow Master. He will give you the lowdown, soft and easy. See, my people, thank you for the support. One love, one love.
Okay, thank you, and have a good day. Bye.
All right.
So, yes, it's obvious Frank can be here, but Flowski, you're here, and you're going to cover for both of you, won't you?
For sure,
After all, he just said it right now. But then there's a twist to it, because in this Georgia we're having, I'm going to be pretty frank with you. Understood?
Well, just as long as you don't get cranky with your Frankie chats, you know, it's understood like good food. So I'm with you.
So, what is going on between Frank and Nana?
Frank and Nana? I really don't know what you're
I'm
on about.
I'm talking about the chemistry, the passion, what they have going on. I really don't...
Listen, I would love to say I have the answer, but I don't really know what you're trying to insinuate here.
Oh, you don't? So if this is the card you want to play, Flowski, I would refresh your memory. I can bet that by the time you're done listening to what I have to play, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Man, Frank, you're the real deal.
See, when you're born to cut it, no one can hold you down, man.
Real talk. But guy, I still don't know what you're doing in this betting center.
Guy, Nana was with me when I had nothing, man. She needs help here.
You've been saying that since the day I met you. When will you finish paying this debt of gratitude?
See, every time I think I've paid my dues, she does something new.
Whatever, man. We got to do something about it, though. You see, I'm Flo, and I just can't roll with a Jew man.
See, Frank the Knife is not a Jew man.
Hey, I've told you never to call yourself that name when I'm here. You are Frank the Monk until you do what to do.
See, Frank, I bet carry your bad mouth, come on for you.
Frank.
Nana, good morning.
Kafra, good morning. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's fine, no problem,
I just saw the drinks guy outside. Let me quickly go and see him, okay? I'll be back. Please help me with my bag.
No problem,
That's
okay.
why. Thank you so much, eh? Thank you.
Oh, boy.
What?
You still don't get it.
Get what?
Don't you see the way she looks at you?
The way she looks at me?
Frank, make your move, bro. This babe likes you. There's your chance to become Frank the Knife right here with you.
Nana likes me.
100%. But she's being a lady. Make a move now and see if she will not encourage you.
Flowski, I beg. I don't want to chop slap. Thank you.
So you don't believe me?
I do. But how do I do it?
Before they start. No recording today, Frank. Is afternoon not your studio session?
Nah.
Okay.
By the way, Nana, there's something I've been wanting to tell you.
Hey, Charlie Frank, why are you acting like this? Talk to me.
There's something I want to tell you.
About what?
What you see, the thing is, there's this girl that I like.
Hey, Frank, a girl. Who is she?
She's a friend.
A friend where in this community?
Yes,
Hey.
and no.
Frank, and you're just telling me. Charlie, you're beginning to do some coded things, are we?
That's what I'm telling you now. I like her, but
But what?
I don't know if she likes me. How do I know?
Well, if one way to find out is to ask her.
Ask her. Just like that. How do I don't know how to.
Okay, you know something. If you are really serious about this girl, then take her on a date.
A date? Really?
Oh, yes. You know, to a nice hotel in town, create some romantic atmosphere, candles, wine, toffees, and then you ask her nicely.
Is that the kind of thing you like?
Of course. Hey. Oh, I wish I would be asked like that too. Eh?
Okay. If you say
You know,
so.
tell you something, Frank. I will help you.
Really?
In fact, call her up right now and tell her where to meet you. What's the time? We'll close early today so that we'll get everything ready.
Oh, Nana, you are the best. Come on, and let me hug you.
Hey, Frank, is this a hug or you want to strangle me?
It's happiness, the happiness of anticipation.
This hotel is really sumptuous. Oh. See the beautiful 4-poster bed with rose petals. You really have big plans. Oh.
No plans. I just want to wine and dine her.
Okay, oh. But don't forget to take pictures for Instagram. Oh.
So should I light the candles now?
See this man, oh. You want to burn all the candles before she gets here.
So I should wait small. Hey, I hope this room service people remembered what I ordered, though.
You already ordered. Frank, how do you even know what she likes?
I just do. Even her favorite music, I have it right here.
Okay, oh. When did she say she was coming again?
She told me 6 p.m.
This is 6:05 already. Well, I should be going then. We'll just later, right?
But
But what, Frank?
Nana.
Yes.
What if I say all this is for you?
For me?
Yes.
Frank, are you serious?
Yes.
I don't believe this, Frank. You made me prepare a date for myself?
I didn't know you offered to help. Nana, please.
Oh, Frank. Okay, come. Sit by me.
Okay.
Oh, Frank, this is really thoughtful of you. In fact, it's the nicest thing anyone has done for me.
So you will? I...
No, Frank, I don't see you that way. Look, I'm really sorry, okay? But hey, we can't allow all this go to waste, right? How about we have dinner together as friends? What do you think?
Okay. That must be room service. You're right. Let's just eat.
So, Flosky, after listening to that, do you now understand exactly what I was talking about?
Well, that happened, but after they crossed that bridge, I mean, it was such a long time ago.
They crossed the bridge. I
kind of forgot about it.
I think I'm actually missing something here.
I think
You're saying
you
they crossed that bridge, but I remember that months down the line, there was still a lot of drama between Frank and Nana. So I don't really get it.
Well, like I said, I mean, it's such a long time ago, so...
Oh, you're still living in denial. Okay, I think it's best to play it. Listen to this.
Charlie, Frank.
Yeah, everywhere is just empty. I don't understand.
It's coming in Kakrebi today.
Anyway, see, I even have to leave for to go and prepare for some of the gigs I have tomorrow and Sunday.
Hey, Frank, that's nice. Oh.
This HLF guy is sure he's just hooking me up with some kind of connects.
But Frank, you just met him.
I don't even understand. But see, if everything works out fine and I don't disappoint him, he said he'll just keep supplying me like that, straight up. I just pray I don't disappoint him.
Disappoint him? Do you have any reason to disappoint him?
No, it's just... Don't worry. It's not a... Don't worry, forget it.
Frank, catch me. What is it?
No, nothing. It was just... It's HLF. He was talking some kind... You know that collab we're supposed to do?
Yes.
That's telling me some kind of conditions that he wants me to...
Catch me. Tell me, why are you hiding it? Wow.
He was saying that he wants to meet you one-on-one.
Frank, HLF wants to meet me. Oh, Frank, why did you talk since? Why are you just telling me?
Hey. You two, you're now excited. You don't...
Look, Frank, just leave that thing. HLF. That boy is fine, Papa. I've been waiting for this day. Hey, so I can meet him today.
You want to meet? Okay, it's fine. You want to meet him today? It's okay. No wahala.
Frank, why are you behaving like this?
Don't worry. I've changed my mind. Don't meet him again. I will handle it. Don't worry. Let's leave it.
Frank, I said that I was going to.
I said don't worry, Nana. Leave it. Don't meet him. I will not do anything. You don't need to do anything. See, if you go and meet him, I will vex for you. Let it go.
Wow. Frank the Knife.
Flow ski with the flow.
You on Hot Like Fire just killed it.
You know how to go now.
Baddest jams and illest rhymes ever. My man.
Guys, see, it was awesome, man. It was great cutting this jam with Frank the Knife. He's truly born to cut it. You know what I'm saying?
HLF, see, it was you, man. Guy, thank you for doing this collab with me. Kai, now you sure pass.
Frank. Nah, it was no pain. I honestly enjoyed working with you on this, you know. You're quite good for a new act.
No, honestly, I can't stop thanking you. See, you agreed to do this thing even though I couldn't come through without your condition.
Wait, you couldn't? But you did. You did, man.
I was talking about that Nana parole now. I didn't
really... and that's what I'm saying, man. That Nana girl. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for everything that you've done, man.
But no, wait now. I didn't do anything.
See, the few hours we spent with... I spent with this girl this afternoon was the best time I've spent with any girl in a very long while.
No, wait. Hot Like Fire. I'm completely confused.
Why are you confused? See, I really enjoyed her company. You know what I'm saying? Even Flosky here saw us together, though he refused to join us.
Wait, Flosky?
Allow that, bro.
See, guys, sorry, man. I need to rush somewhere.
What are you talking about?
Guys,
allow that, bro.
Thanks for working with you guys.
It's all good.
Flosky, what's he talking about?
Frank, I haven't had the chance to tell you.
To tell me what?
Look, I saw them. Okay, what do you want me to say?
Saw them doing what?
I saw them sticking together like gin and juice at Konkolobito. I was going to tell you.
Hi. I don't believe it. So, that's why HLF agreed to do this collab with me. No wonder. Nana betrayed me.
Yeah, I'm going, All right.
What did they worry you, Frank?
Hey, Frank the Knife.
You see, don't Frank me this evening, I beg.
Hey, did your collaboration go well? Hot Like Fire promised me that everything...
Wonderful. That's right. He promised you. I won't even promise self. After people have gone to go and do business up and down.
Hey, business? I don't get you, Frank.
Oh, now you are pretending, Abi. You don't understand. You don't get. Stay there. You don't get. I beg, leave me.
Frank, I can't believe you are being rude to me. All I've been is a sister and a friend to you.
I've quit already, Seth. See, I can't work with people I don't trust. What's calling me friend?
But
Which kind of friend call?
I still don't understand why you're angry at me. At least, if I've offended you, you should let me know so I can apologize.
See, babe, I've said everything I'm going to say. I'm not talking again, I beg. Just go.
Frank, wait. Is it about Hot Like Fire?
See. Don't even mention that name. I was even here thinking you are decent. Oh, for all the time I've known each other, you might to pretend since, eh? See, I beg, leave me, I'm going.
Pretending?
I beg, come on.
Frank!
Frank, my man, how you doing, man?
Good afternoon.
Man, see, grab a chair, man. Let's just watch this match together, man. See, this is Chelsea's match.
Please don't bother. I just came to show you the rough cut. See, it's on my phone. Listen to it and let me be going.
Guy, calm down.
Hear this thing and let me be going.
Hey,
please.
Dude, what's up with the attitude, man? This kind of attitude.
See, guy, I've been respecting you since, so just respect yourself. Shebi, you are the superstar. You got what you wanted. Eh?
Dude, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you?
Shebi, you've had your way with Nana. Is that not why you did the collabo?
Oh, okay, so that's what all this thing is about, right? You think I had my way?
I know you did. Did you not say it yourself?
Oh, okay. You clearly don't know that that babe got your back.
I don't
understand.
understand.
Got your back, man. Well, see, she used over 2 hours to plead and convince me to do this collab with you for free.
Wait, what are you saying?
See, nothing happened between myself and Nana.
I'm sorry. I have already interviewed someone for the job. And I'm happy with the person. All right. Thank you so much for calling. Bye.
Nana,
Hey, Frank, how long have you been standing behind my back?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. We're on the phone.
What do you want?
Can we sit down, please?
Frank, please do as you like, but make it quick because, as you can see, this is a workplace and I have to go for my lunch.
See, about that, Nana, I just wanted to apologize for the way I've been acting for the past few weeks. The way
Frank, if it's your job you are coming here for, I'm sure you heard my phone call. I have already interviewed someone else.
No, it's not about that.
Then what is it?
Nana, please, I came to apologize for the way I've been acting. See, some of the things I said.
Okay.
See, I was very hasty in drawing conclusions. I thought HLF did the collabo with me because you
Sure, Frank, I don't want to talk about this. Can you please leave?
Nana, I'm very sorry. See, I didn't know that the feelings you had for me were the same
Frank,
I had for you.
I want to go. Pacho, leave.
Nana, come on. See, HLF told me that you guys were...
But Frank, I was only trying to help you.
I know that now. See, I was jealous and I was scared of losing you. See, I just jumped to conclusions because...
Then it means you don't know me, Frank.
See, Nana, please. See, now I do. Forgive me for not trusting you. See, this has shown me that me and you are more than just friends. Please,
But Frank, what is love if there is no trust?
Story. Voices from the market.
So, Flowski, what do you now have to say?
Okay, fine. Okay. He likes her a lot. And, there's a possibility that she might like him,
Okay, sorry I'm putting you in that hot seat because a lot of story listeners have been messaging us for weeks now, saying they suspected something, so we just wanted to clear the air. So don't feel uncomfortable, please.
Not at all.
And still speaking of messages, I have some of them here which I will just read out. This one is from Luna Colley, and the person says, indeed, Frank is in love with Nana, just what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
The person says, my advice to him is never give up on her. I guess if you are more serious, she will accept you. The next one now is from Ejaro Praise, and the person says, I won't tell Frank, make he warn his friend Flowski. Oh, so now this is about you. Make you warn your friend Flowski to stay away from the market head cheddar because she no be him type at all. If he want hurt her, I go vex well.
Well, I understand you, my man, Jaro, but I think you should take a chill pill, man. I think what I can do is get you like a nice Pajero to just chill in. You know what I'm saying? But understand this. I am the man for Chita, simply on a mission to make her better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. But then I remember that the last time I saw you with Cheta, you put her down. So how are you her man exactly?
Really? I put her down?
Okay, fine. Let's just move
on. A gentleman never puts a woman down.
Okay. And then to the last message I have here, it's from Christian Cole. And the person says, Frank the Knife, a.k.a. Frank the Bad Guy. I like your lines. Okay, so that's what we have for the messages for today. And I can see that you're looking at your time. Apparently, you have to rush off because you said you have a show coming up in some minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
We got to go, man, and keep the flow on to make the dough. That's just how we roll. You know what I'm saying?
I would say thank you so much for coming on the show, Flowski.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you guys.
For those of you listening, please stay tuned because when we get back, I'll still be bringing on one special guest. This song is called Talk Your Own by your very dear own Frank the Knife.
Make we talk our own, cause now we get the country. No sit down, just a look, make we no green. Oh yeah, come make we go, make we do our country better. If we must get in this zone, no, you must talk to your own, no. Yeah. We say lights in no day. So the boys they go Malay, but if people know them, who are scared to make the change? Make we help ourselves, because now broken promises they for sure.
And that was Talk Your Own by Frank the Knife. I love the song so much, and the video is even more breathtaking. If you've not seen the video yet, please go to our Facebook page and check it out. It's BBC Media Action Ninja. Well, before the break, I said we're going to bring in someone very interesting here. Well, this person is in the studio already, but I will just let him introduce himself by himself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jamix. I'm a music producer, musician. I produce almost all the songs for Frank.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's been a friend, not just an artist to me. And he's talented. I hope he grows more and become a superstar so that we can make all the money.
So if people can hear it, right, you guys have seen Jamik's face here when he was saying all of that. He was just smiling and smiling on and on. So you've produced a lot of songs for Frank. Which track is your favorite and why is it your favorite?
Wow, that's a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like all the songs I've produced for Frank.
Of course.
Wow. Okay, let me say Story.
Okay.
I like that. I co-wrote that one. The groove is crazy.
I dance to it every time.
Yeah. Even me too. I dance to it every time. And I play back like almost every time. I like the 88 on it, and it's heavy. It's club banging and all that.
Okay, choosing Story is quite funny for me because that's the song I actually plan to play next.
Wow.
So it seems like you're in sync with me.
Okay.
Apparently, Sha. Our time is fast spent here. So we need to end this, but we can't say we're ending it without thanking you, Jamix, the super duper big producer.
Thanks for having me too.
And to Flowski, even though he's left, he made it exciting and very interesting. And to you who have stayed tuned throughout, we say thank you. Until next week, don't forget you can reach us by sending your text messages to 0812-122-8228. Again, it's 081-2122-8228. And you can go and like our Facebook page. It's BBC Media Action Ninja. Right now, I live in the hands of Frank the Knife, and he calls this one Story. It's Jamik's favorite.
Yeah, right.
Until next time, have a nice time. Bye.
Story is made in Nigeria with funding from the UK Department for International Development.
Here at Today 95.1, we keep the conversations rolling. Keep it going. We keep it flowing. We keep it.
Guy, don't do that.
Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Voice of the people.
What you need to do is be thankful for the life you got, you know what I'm saying? Stop looking at what you ain't got, start being thankful for what you do got. Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey! That's right.
Rihanna, let's get it! You steady dressing that big car, just live your life. Ain't got no
mind what haters say, ignore them till they fade away. Amazing they ungrateful after all the game I gave away. Safe to say I paved the way for you cats to get paid today. Still be wasting days away now had I never saved the day. Consider them my protege, how much I think they should pay. Instead of being gracious, they violate in a major way. I never been a hater, still I love them in a crazy way. Some say they sold the yay and know they couldn't get work on Labor Day. It ain't that black and white, it has an area that's shaded gray. I'm west side anyway, even if I left today and stayed away. Some move away to make a way, not move away cause they afraid. I brought back to the hood, and all you ever did was take away. I pray for patience, but they make me wanna melt they face away. Like I once made them spray, now I can make them put the K's away. Been thugging all my life, can't say I don't deserve to take a break. You'd rather see me catch a case and watch my future fade away. Hey, that's right. Immaculately polished with the spirit of a hustler and the swagger of a college kid. Allergic to the counterfeit, impartial to the politics, articulate, but still a grabber by the collar quick. Whoever having problems with their record sales, just holler tip. If that don't work and all else fails, then turn around and follow tip. I got love for the game, but hey, I'm not in love with all of it. Could do without the fame, and rappers nowadays are comedy. The hooting and the hollering, back and forth with the arguing. Where you from, who you know, what you making, what kind of car you in. Seems as though you lost sight of what's important when depositing them checks into your bank account and you up out of poverty. Your values is in disarray, prioritizing horribly. Unhappy with the riches cause you're piss poor morally. Ignoring all prior advice and forewarning, and we mighty full of ourselves all of a sudden, aren't we?
Everybody watching what I do. Come walk in my shoes and see the way I'm living if you really want to. Got my mind on my money and I'm not going away. So keep on getting your paper and keep on climbing. Look in the mirror and keep on shining. Till the game ends, till the clock stops, we gon' post up on the top spot. So live your life. You steady chasing that paper, just live your life. Ain't got no time for no haters, just live your life. No telling where it'll take ya, just live your life. Cause I'm a paper chaser, just living my life. My life, my life, my life, just living my life. My life, my life, my life. Always there when you call, always on time. Gave you my baby. Always there when you call, always on time. Gave you my baby. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you now, baby.
Come on and get a piece of this late night lover. You know, the one that say kids like no other. I know I got a lot of things I need to explain, but baby, you know the name, and love is about pain. So stop the complaints and drop the order of restraint. Sex life's a game, so back me down in the pain. I can't wait no more. Cause it's about 3:15, and sure days I me. I got the Bentley Ballet, and I'm just outside of Jersey, past the Palisades. And I love to see that, some boots and shades. Spread out on the bed while I'm yanking your braids. Thug style, you never thought I'd make you smile while I'm smacking your ass and hitting you all wild. We share something so rare, but who cares? You can, baby.
I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my all. Now, baby, be mine. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my all. Now, baby, be
Girl,
mine.
get a grip, come on, pull it together. It's only a sun shower. We've been through worse weather like stormy night. You wrote a dear job letter and took my Benz and keyed and cut the leather. Girl, you know better. Be the M.O.B. Money over Brody's murder, INC. I got 2 or 3 broads for every V, and I keep them up off that. I'm Playground legend like Kirkland Pee-wee. Name a baller in the league, got more game than me. I play harder, so many women I fathered. Meet them with scars and send them home hot and bothered. Truth to dare, this life ain't apparently fair. And a love with no glare is a crystal stare. But we share something so rare, but who cares? You can, baby. Bombers boot in the coldest weather. And when I play, you play the same way. You freak me, baby. You crazy, then I'm gone. Baby, don't really want me to get up and leave up that easy. Should be waking up to she's a. Remind these women to mind their business. Believe me, this pimp game is very religious. And I'm built like the Don Bishop. Gold deep fish, money green bins. And my world is my witness. The life we share is a thug affair. But who cares? You care, baby. I'm on the